first job after receiving my doctorate was at Cherokee Mental Health Institute in Cherokee, Iowa. It was a wonderful 5-year experience working with great colleagues and patients who needed lots of help and who taught me so many things. And one of the experiences I had there was taught to me by Tom Lucas. He was a retired psychiatrist from Lincoln, Nebraska, who had come the several hours to Cherokee to fill in for a few months while another psychiatrist was away. He seemed very wise and good sense of humor, and I sought occasions to talk with him about mental health type of things in general. And in one particularly meaningful discussion, he said that no matter what type of therapies you use, whether it's from a cognitive standpoint, behavioral, whatever approach you use, it only makes an impact on a person when their feelings or their emotions are touched and changed. And he said, "Do you know why that is?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he explained to me that each of our 5 senses go to the emotional center in the core of our brain and then go to the cortex of our brain to be processed and understood. And according to his view, each of those sensory experiences, as they go through the core of the brain, become influenced by the prevailing tone that is going on in that person's midbrain at that time, and receive more or less an emotional tag before they go to the cortex to be processed and understood. In other words, if a person is in a sour frame of mind, no matter what they taste, see, hear, and so forth, it's going to have a sour memory associated with it. Now that has made a lot of sense to me in my own experience and as I've worked with people. I'd like to expand that to illustrate or to discuss our memory. Let's assume that our memories are spread out in a 7-level library. Now this library is a little unusual. The books in the library aren't categorized according to topic, but according to the mood level that occurred when they were created. In other words, our happy memories are on the top floor, and our most painful memories are on the bottom floor, with various levels in between. Now, the interesting thing is that there's an elevator that always wants to go up in this memory library of ours, but it tends to stop at the level where most of our memories are stored. Because it always wants to go up, though, there's a tone at each stop of the elevator. You've heard the elevator tones before, ding, ding, ding. Well, in this library, the tone changes as a signal to let you know if you really want to get off on that floor or not. Let's show it like this. Ding, 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 ding. It gets noisier and more negatively energized so that you can say to yourself, do I really want to get off on this floor? Because even though there's the warning of the elevator tone, if you step out and the doors close, your reality is confined to that level of your memories. Your life seems to be totally consumed, and the whole experience of your life seems to be confined to the type of memories on that particular floor. I hope this is making sense to you. It's further described in a book that I wrote called The Sun is Always Shining. Well, as you recognize the tone of the elevator and choose to not get off on a particular memory floor, you can also learn to stack more volumes at more pleasant levels, higher levels of your library. So the elevator just tends to naturally gravitate toward those floors that now have more and more volumes of pleasant memories.